Good morning, everyone. Philip of Phillips Computer Repair here to talk to you about a piece of firmware that should always be checked upon when something is not right with your computer. All right. And not only are we need to be um, aware of software updates, but firmware updates as well. The firmware plays an integral part in the computer boot up. So here I'm going to talk to you about it. So entering the BIOS and checking all the information, different ways for different manufacturers. The top two that I can think of off the top of my head, top three that I can think of off the top of my head, um, is it two? I think it's two. Yeah, HP is you gotta continuously press the escape button. Continue pressing as soon as you turn your computer on, keep pressing it, and you do it just like my finger. Pop, 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 pop. You don't press and hold the button. You do it continuously until you see a black screen and that it says the computer is now entering into uh, that part of the system. Then you'll want to go into the BIOS overview. It kind of depends. Each model computer is going to be slightly different with how it's presented. But the general information you're looking for is what BIOS version you are on. Then what you need to do is take that information, look to see what it is, write it down, do what you got to do. Then whatever manufacturer you have, like since we're talking about HP, you go to hp.com. From there, you'll go to the tab that says support. From support, make sure it boots up to the support page on the website. Then when you go to the support page, you go to software drivers. From software drivers, then it's going to give you another search bar. Then you're going to want to type in either the model number or the serial number of your computer. From there, it's going to list everything that's up to date that they've released, whether it's firmware, software drivers, you name it, they got it up on there. You'll select BIOS firmware to see what version they're on. Quick compare. If your computer isn't on the same one that they have up there, then it's probably a good idea to grab a flash drive or a thumb drive and plug up to your computer a good working computer and get that put on. You don't want to do all this on the working computer. Well, you can, but it's not recommended. I'll put it to you that way. Get it downloaded. So as a download, put it on a. Then you can technically, if you're gonna do it on a thumb drive, you can put it on a thumb drive, then transfer over to that computer. Then for HP, which I find was really cool, they have a BIOS update utility, which is really neat. It makes it super easy. Not all manufacturers do that. For instance, here's another one, Acer. Acer doesn't exactly make it easy. You actually have to. They actually have. Anyways, get back on HP. Load up the put the flash drive into the computer, the HP computer. Then it's gonna recognize that file, and then it's gonna automatically pull up that executable file. Double click it, and then it's gonna bring it up the BIOS update utility. You load it up, go through all the prompts, let it do its thing. It's gonna update. It's gonna reboot the computer, and as soon as it's done, you'll notice that your BIOS has been updated. So then at that point, it'll let you know at a point where you can remove the flash drive, and you're all up and done, ready to rip and roll. And then that point, that's when I would really check to see if your computer has any more updates, because sometimes, like it happened with me, it held Windows updates too. So it's almost like the computer I was on, it took all the updates it could per the BIOS version. That was interesting. I had never seen that before in the 12 years I've been doing this. So it was interesting to see. Something I learned. See, I don't know everything, but I'll definitely let others know about it whenever I find out about it. But so keep in mind, BIOS updates are still very important to your computer system. So be mindful of that. Okay. Well, that was for HP. Dell, it's typically going to be the function keys F10 to F12. It's usually one of those, and you don't have to go like HP. You can press and hold it down until you can see that it enters into the basic input-output system, which that black screen, it's going to come up almost just about the same way as the HP does. As far as the boot-up system goes on that, it's relatively similar across all boards. But remember, the setup and how you see it is going to be different per manufacturer. But it all does kind of the same thing. So be mindful of that. Dell kind of offers the same thing as HP, BIOS flash. utility, but I noticed that Acer does not. Acer, whenever you get it, put the put the thumb drive in, boot it up into the BIOS settings, and then there's actually their BIOS flash utility within the BIOS system itself. So that's where you have to flash it there. So these are some tidbits to keep in mind. Not only do you have to keep in mind for a software update, but also check for your BIOS firmware update, because that is critical as well. All right. Well, I hope you learned something today. And if you ever have questions or maybe need some help with identifying to see if your BIOS needs update, I'm happy to help. I have a diagnostics fee of $60, so there's a lot I can kind of accomplish for you in that amount of time. Well, hope to hear from you soon here at Phillips Computer Repair. You'll have a good one.